What is up, you guys? Game Nut here, and welcome to the start of another brand new adventure of Madden Ultimate Team. We are here getting ready to kick things off of Madden 18. The game is finally here. We have it ready to play it, and I could not be more excited, man. As you guys know, it is just such a fun experience to start from the bottom, man. To have your team full of a bunch of 60 overall bronze players going through this entire grind throughout the whole year of getting excited about gold players, getting those core elite cards, and slowly but surely eventually building your team up to be that 99 overall. It's such a fun grind. I'm so excited to do this all over again with you guys, to be here with me for Madden 18 Ultimate Team, and I hope you guys are ready for it as well.
Build your ultimate fantasy team using stars of today and legends of the past. Take them on the field to become a champion. New this year is MUT Champions. Qualify for Weekend League to compete with the best. Jump into MUT squads. Build your three-person squad. Bring your offense, run the defense, or be the head coach. Draft Champions is now MUT Draft, and it's better than ever. Your draft, your strategy, your team. This is Ultimate Team.
It is time once again to start our Madden 18 Ultimate Team journey, man. Starting things from the bottom all over again with you guys. I could not be more excited, like I said. So to start things off, as usual, we have to look at our starting lineup of a 59 overall team with a bunch of bronze players. And I'm not sure if you guys noticed this, but if you take a closer look at some of these players, like, these are well-known guys. Like, for instance, on the defense, we've got Vince Wilfork, Darrell Revis, Mario Williams, like cards in past Maddens that were initial elite cards at the release of the game, and now these guys are 59 overall bronze players. Like, it's somewhat disrespectful. It's kind of crazy how time changes, man, and these cards have dropped in overall. So, as usual, this is, you know, kind of the same thing that we have every single year. We get to choose are some NFL stars, kind of like a little booster pack for your team where we get two players, one for offense and defense, depending on, you know, whatever team you prefer. Now, of course, for me, if you guys don't know, my home team is the Baltimore Ravens, so I wanted to choose some other options there. I mean, some good ones were like the Raiders, for instance. I mean, Derek Carr and Khalil Mack, like, that's definitely a pretty good combination, but I had to choose my home team, the Baltimore Ravens, and it's not a bad combination either, man. I mean, we've got the speedy receiver, Mike Wallace, and one of the best safeties in the league with Eric Weddle. So as we went ahead and improved our team, put those new guys in, we went up to a whopping 60 overall. So obviously there is a lot of room for improvement, man, but the last step that Ultimate Team would like us to do is play our first solo challenge, which you guys can see it right here. It's very simple. It's going against 50 overall Dallas Cowboys. We just simply have to win the game, and which we do, we'll get awarded a 68 overall silver card of Dak Prescott, which is going to be our temporary quarterback. Probably not going to be there very long, but this solo challenge is not made to be difficult. I mean, like I said, it's 50 overall, so like, these guys honestly probably have like 50 speed or something like that. I mean, you guys see it. It literally took me one play to score a touchdown, and boom, solo challenge is completed. Now, something that is new within Madden 18 Ultimate Team is we now have a MUT level, which I really like. I think that this is an awesome idea. I'm glad that they're starting to actually implement new ideas into the game instead of, you know, just copy and pasting everything from the previous year to the next, which is usually what these guys tend to do. But so far, I mean, this new MUT level, I think it's a fantastic idea, and I'm excited to see, you know, where it goes else throughout the year with it. But we finally finished that. We now have everything under our own control. We can do whatever we want from this point forward. Madden has given us that privilege. So as we go on, I wanted to check out my objectives and progress. So as you guys will see, on the right side, there is a few things that we can do to get some low coin amounts, but my eye is on that left side, which says once we get to level 3, there's going to be a new pack in the store, which is Level Master. Not exactly sure what that is, but it has LaDainian Tomlinson on the front, so immediately I'm kind of interested. Now, once we back out of that, we get ourselves some loyalty voucher collectibles. This is basically from playing the game last year, Madden 17, and doing stuff like MUT Master and Mid-Season Master, all that stuff. In total, I ended up getting myself 12 of those collectibles, which we will use here in just a second. And last but not least, for those of you guys that were with me in Madden 17, you guys know I completed the Rookie Premier set for Leonard Fournette, specifically for once Madden 18 got here. We now have ourselves a 78 overall Rookie Premier Leonard Fournette, which is a very nice boost to have at running back starting off this year. Now, back to these loyalty collectibles, we come over to our sets under exchange, and we can use these for a couple of things. We can either get some tickets, we can get some contracts, some silver, gold, or elite players, both of them being offensive and defensive. Now, like I said, I had 12 collectibles, so I decided to use one for an offensive and defensive elite player, which is going to be a great boost to start things off. And my my last two, I got myself some contracts because you guys know players they suck those contracts up, man. But to start things off, our offensive elite is going to be on the offensive line. I was really hoping to get myself like a receiver, a running back, quarterback, anything like that. But you know what? It's still nice to boost up that offensive line immediately to start things off. So we got ourselves an 84 overall left guard, Justin Pugh from the New York Giants. So there is our first elite on the offense. On the defense, however, we actually get a pretty fire elite, man. 87 overall, Darius Slay, of course, who is a cornerback. And I mean, honestly, I was expecting these free elite cards to be like somewhere like 84 overall or even lower. That kind of was the trend with our offensive player. But as we see this Darius Slay card, I mean, look at this. 88 speed, 86 man coverage, 85 zone, 86 acceleration. Like, dude, this is a really good cornerback card that we just got for free to start things off on Madden. And at the time, this thing was going for about 50,000 coins, but as I just looked at this like a couple minutes ago, that card is now going for like 80-something thousand coins. So the fact that, I mean, obviously I know we can't sell that card, but as I was saying, like the fact that we just basically got ourselves a card valued at 80,000 coins, like that's honestly kind of insane. So as we went back to our lineup, plugged those guys in, we are now boosted up to a 64 overall. Obviously, didn't help out too much, but slowly but surely we are going to make our way up to a better overall. So now we come back out and we have some more free packs, which honestly, I don't even know how we got these. Like 100%, like where did these come from? So we have ourselves an elite fantasy pack along with some squad fantasy packs. Now, you kind of have to think of these squad fantasy packs as like draft champions. You basically get to pick between a set of offensive players or a set of defensive players. Now, I had 5 of these. I decided to use 3 for my defense, 2 for my offense. And these things aren't anything too crazy. I mean, I believe the best thing you could have gotten out of these was a 78 overall gold because that was the highest that I got out of them. You can see in my first defensive one, I did get a 78 overall TJ Ward at strong safety, of course. Not going to show you guys every single one of these because, like I said, they're nothing too crazy. We're just getting a bunch of silver and gold players, which in our offensive one, this one was actually pretty good, man. We got ourselves... Every single one of them was a gold card. We got 5 gold cards out of this pack, and it was good ones too. I mean, we got a 77 overall center, a 78 overall right guard, a 78 overall running back with Ryan Matthews, along with a fullback and a tight end. So honestly, like, that one was actually pretty good. That's going to help benefit our team in a bunch of different positions. So last but not least, we have this elite fantasy pack now, which again, don't really know where I got this from, what the reason is, but when we come into it, this is again somewhat like a draft champion style where we have to pick just one of these players out of a total of 32. At first, I didn't realize that this was an elite player from every single team. I didn't notice that at first until eventually I got to this point. That's when you're going to see me start to speed things up a little bit. But we get to choose one elite player from a total of 32, one from every single team in the NFL, all varying at a bunch of different positions, and 80 overall. And I'm not going to lie, this was a really tough choice, man. I mean, when you've got 32 elite players to choose from, like, I really didn't know exactly who I should choose, but I decided, you know what? It is really good to start out a year on Ultimate Team having yourself a solid, consistent quarterback. So I decided to go ahead and pick up 80 overall from the Colts, Andrew Luck. I don't think I've ever really used an Andrew Luck card, so I decided to bring him into the team, which it's a pretty decent card, man. I mean, Andrew Luck's got great throwing stats, but then along with that, he has some decent speed as well. So he's kind of like that dual threat quarterback. Now, once we back out, once again, we've got some free packs, and this time I know where these came from. This is from getting the GOAT edition of the game, for pre-ordering it, getting it a few days early, and we've got some goodies in here, man. So we do get ourselves 2,500 contracts and a uniform pack. Didn't really know what uniform to pick between, you know, the 64 that we could have chosen. We had the choice of getting the away and home uniform from each team. Didn't really know what to go with, so I was like, you know what? We've got Andrew Luck on the team. Why not just go ahead and pick up the Colts uniform? Kind of makes sense. So as we go forward, we do have another 7 fantasy squad packs, which I decided this time to use 4 of them for the offense and 3 for the defense win. And our defensive one, I guess some things never change, man. Am I right? Like, we seriously just got a duplicate card in the same pack. The dude was sitting side by side and it was the same card. Like, are you actually kidding me right now? But in our final one, the offensive pack, we do get ourselves not the greatest receiver, not one you would necessarily want to care about, but this one caught my eye because Cordero Patterson is known for his speed. So I immediately looked at the stats, and he has 86 speed for a gold card. Like, that is actually going to be, I feel, pretty deadly having that fast of a receiver for a gold card to start off the year. He doesn't have the best catching stats, but he does have some really great speed. Now, finally, we have our GOAT pack that we get to choose between 5 GOAT players, 5 legends, which are 85 overalls. We either have Tom Brady, Barry Sanders, Jerry Rice, Ray Lewis, and Deion Sanders. And honestly, you guys should all know the pick by default. We are going to, of course, get ourselves Ray Lewis, man. I mean, you guys, like, you heard me say, right? If you don't know me, I am a fan of the Baltimore Ravens, so this dude is obviously coming to my team. We're getting 85 overall Ray Lewis at middle linebacker. You guys see the stats. They look very solid, man. I'm so excited that Ray Lewis is back in Ultimate Team this year for Madden 18. I can't wait to, he eventually get those 90 overall upgrades and 99s and whatnot. It's going to be a lot of fun having Ray Lewis back in the game. But now that we have our team bumped up to a 76 overall, thanks to all those gold players, it's time to go ahead and increase our MUT level, do some solo challenges, get some free players and whatnot. And in our first set of solo challenges, we have these kickoff ones. Once we complete these, we're going to get ourselves a 70 overall version of Marshawn Lynch along with Julio Jones. But I don't know if you guys see it over there on the left-hand side. It actually has some extra stuff you can do within these solo challenges now, where you can get some extra XP and coins, and not every single solo challenge, but in a majority of them, which is, like, I think a really cool twist to actually add the solo challenge. We can get a little bit extra if we do a little bit extra within the solos. But after we finish those, we did get level 3, so now we do have that level master pack in the store with LaDainian Tomlinson. After doing the second one, we got up to level 4, which will give us all game modes available. Now we can play draft champs, we can play head-to-head online seasons, and we got ourselves a 70 overall Julio Jones. Not a crazy card to talk about, but it's always nice to have Julio Jones on your team no matter what version he is. But as we head to the store now, check out this level master pack that I was talking about earlier. We open this thing up and we get ourselves a 73 overall version of LaDainian Tomlinson. And right off the bat, I'm sure you guys are thinking, a 73 overall card isn't nothing to be really excited about, which I agree, but there's something that's very interesting about this card. As you guys will see the stats, we also got ourselves a Tomlinson token within that pack. Now with that, we come over to our sets under Level Master, and by just simply playing the game for an extended period of time, like, this is going to take a while, you can't do this within like a single day, that 73 overall silver card of LaDainian Tomlinson, we can eventually, like, basically evolve this card to a 92 overall. That is, like, that's so cool, man. Like, we're actually getting the opportunity to get a 92 overall card to start things off on the year. So immediately from that pack, we get to take the 73 overall card of LaDainian Tomlinson with the token of the Tomlinson token, I should say. We put it into the set. We now get ourselves a 74 overall version of LaDainian Tomlinson, which, little by little, once you do this, it's not going to be the biggest increase in stats. You guys can see it side by side here. He only really has +1 in pretty much every stat, which, like I said, isn't a big boost. But if you guys think about it, we're going another, like, what is it, another 18 sets that we can do with this to make him that 92 overall. If we get a +18 in every single one of those stats, it probably won't be that, because that card will be really OP then. But eventually, getting this card up to that 92, it's probably going to be a really good card. So now we have officially completed our lineup as of now. You guys can see what I did with the team. We're at a 75 overall. Of course, we've got Andrew Luck at quarterback. LaDainian Tomlinson I decided to keep as our starter. Marshawn Lynch I put behind him. We have a decent receivers. Julio Jones is in the slot. Over on the defense, we have a couple of weak positions with Silvers at free safety and left outside linebacker. Of course, we've got my man Ray Lewis at middle linebacker number 1, and then our one lone elite on defense with Darius Slay. I think that card is going to be crazy good for us, man. I still can't believe that we actually just got that card for free. But that is going to do it for our first episode of Madden 18 Ultimate Team. I hope all of you guys did enjoy. Thank you all so much for watching. I am so excited, like I said, to do this journey all over again with you guys on an Ultimate Team, go through the entire year upgrading this team. I feel like it's going to be a ton of fun, man. So once again, thank you guys all so much for watching. Thank you for your support on not only this year, but as well as, in the previous years of Madden. I'm so excited to do this once again with you guys. Thank you all so much for watching. I will catch you all in the next one. Take it easy, guys. Peace out.
Backlash written on me, card robbing on a glass bowl. I've been ballin', free my ladies in the counter now. I'm already out, already on the countdown. I'ma set it right. Got the backlash written on me, cold